If you look at the left side of my steering stabilizer here, you'll see it moving around the mounting bolt. This causes a wobble in my steering at high speed. It's not a death wobble, it's just a steering wheel shake. So got to take care of that. Just going to take the other end off and check the steering stabilizer. Make sure it's still dampening. I'm going to check it by pulling on it and pushing on it and make sure it's still dampening. And it is. So it's still good, even though it looks pretty rough. I'm going to go ahead and take it the rest of the way off. We'll take a look at it. Here's the culprit. The bushings are worn out. The sleeves tubes inside of them are all beat up at both ends. The boot's also pretty beat up, so I'll replace that at the same time. First thing I'm going to do is beat the sleeve out of the bushing. I'm just going to find a long socket that fits it. Tap the steel sleeve out of the bushing. There's the steel sleeve, pretty beat up. Then a little larger socket, tap the rubber out. Go ahead and cut the boot off while we got it on the bench. Here's my new boot. This is a Skyjacker shock, so I bought a Skyjacker boot. It's BK10B for black. You can get them in a lot of different colors. BK10, and the last letter is the color. It just slips over the shock, and then there's a zip tie that holds it on. This is not rocket science. Then I've got to put the bushings in. These are also Skyjacker bushings, ES25. Make sure you order one for each end, even though the description on the websites all say bushings, plural. You only get one bushing. I learned that the hard way. Had to pay shipping twice. I'm just going to press them in most of the way with a vise as far as I can get them. You can use an arbor press or something too. And once you've got it most of the way in there, you can just tap it in with a hammer the rest of the way. I lubed it up a little bit before I put it in, made it slide in easier. Then we got to slide the sleeve tube into it. You get new sleeve tubes with the bushings. Get it started, and then I'm going to put a block of wood underneath it and just tap it in with a hammer. the same thing at the other end. We're ready to put it back on. If you can't get the bolt to go all the way in, you can just run it in with an impact. That's what I did. Just get it started and then hammer it on through. Put the nut back on. I'm just going to tighten everything up with an impact. My impact's not that powerful. I'm not going to strip anything. I suppose you could look up the torque values and do that. The other end, it's got a small washer for the bolt, and then a thick spacer, and then it goes through the stabilizer end, and then another thick washer, and bolt it up. That's it. This cured my highway speed wobble. Hopefully that's all you need. Just get underneath and look and see if any of the bushings are wobbling. Have somebody turn the steering wheel back and forth for you. You'll find it. Don't be scared. Jeep on.